Hi, my name is Nisrina Bunga Lefina, and today I would like to talk about gender equality and the importance of ratificating the law on protection of sexual violence. Gender equality dates back to before the First World War. Back then, women were not allowed to vote, and only men are considered worthy enough to vote or participate in the election. It's only until 1918 that women are finally given the rights to vote. But it's not only about voting. Women were also allowed to attend school or get exposure to any sort of education. If it weren't for the women fighting for their right, we would still be living in a country where education are not appropriate for women. But after all these years, gender equality is still a big problem in our country. For example, women are still paid a lot less than their male coworker, despite having the same job and work performance. Women are also still considered lower level than men and are still objectified as male servants. Women are also still constantly being sexualized by men, resulting in many rape cases and other sexual violence. All these years, women and men struggle to find protection from sexual violence due to the lack of law that is protecting them. That is why the ratification of the law on protection of sexual violence is highly necessary. You might ask, why? Well, the thing is, the law on protection of sexual violence covers 9 unwanted sexual acts, which is physical sexual harassment and non-physical sexual harassment, sexual exploitation, contraception coercion, non-consensual or forced abortion, rape, forced or marriage coercion, prostitution coercion, sexual slavery, and sexual abuse. Seeing that, we can already know how important the law on protection of sexual violence is. Many victims struggle to find their voice to speak up about the matter because of the fear of getting judged by people. The law on protection of sexual violence, or RUU PKS, will be used to serve as justice for the victim and to give equal punishment to the perpetrators. Unfortunately, as important as it is, the law on protection of sexual violence is still very much ignored by the Indonesian government. Earlier this month, we received the news that the ratification of the law on protection of sexual violence is postponed simply because it was too difficult to discuss, which makes no sense, because the People's Representative Council's job is to represent citizens and defend their rights, which is right to be protected and feel protected by the law. Something as important as the law on protection of sexual violence should be the priority of the People's Representative Council, seeing how many lives it could affect positively. We don't know how many suffering we could end. We don't know how many people could finally feel safe. We don't know how many lives we could save. But if it means for those people to finally able to live their life in peace, the law on protection of sexual violence has to be ratified now. The law on protection of sexual violence is absolutely necessary for our country as the image of respecting every citizen's concern. I believe that to be a better democracy country that upholds the people's being as the number one priority, we should all take sexual violence as a very important issue that is still happening in our country. I hope that after feedback from the citizens, the People's Representative Council will reflect on their action and rediscuss the law on protection of sexual violence so they can be ratified as soon as possible for the better. Thank you.